So here we have the Victorinox Nailclip 580 with walnut scales. Very nice, very sleek looking knife for maintaining your fingernails. The main implement is this rather nice set of fingernail clippers. So you can see how thin they are. Flipping the lever over basically renders the nail clippers usable. These are extremely functional, very good working fingernail clippers. I use these on both my fingernails and my toenails, which traditionally I really had to use the heavy duty fingernail clippers for my toenails, but this will get the job done with a little bit of effort. So I've done a video on these before. When I first purchased this and used it maybe once or twice, that was a couple of years ago. I have been using these exclusively to cut my fingernails for 2 years, fingernails and toenails. These work so well that my wife actually started using these for her nail maintenance, and she also uses these on my daughter. So they're really good for both small fingers and toes and larger fingers and toes, as you can plainly see and hear. As a matter of fact, in almost all cases now, when I have to clip my fingernails or toenails, I have to go searching for this because my wife used it. So not too, I guess this would be considered one of the 58mm knives. I don't know. I probably should have verified that. Nope. So in American, let's see, it's just around 2.5 inches. So whatever that is in metric. I used to know those conversions pretty well, but I don't really use them that much anymore. The main implement again is the fingernail clippers, but it's got a couple other tools for basic Swiss Army knife pen knife here, which I don't really use a lot just because I don't have a big use for a knife for nail maintenance, but what I do use a lot is the almost identically shaped file. So the tip is just perfect in the configuration to clean out your fingernails, which is a really good tool for doing that. So you can get the Victorinoxes, especially nowadays in the 58mm, the small classics. In most cases, you're going to get what's considered the SD version, but they left the tip on there, as they should, for cleaning out fingernails. So, and then once I'm done clipping my fingernails with the actual nail clippers, I'll go back and file down the rough edges and the burrs with this file, which is perfect for that. On the other side, we do have a small set of scissors. These are I believe these are the self-sharpening. They do have a little bit of a serration on them. I don't know if you can see that. There's a little bit of a serration on them. Really good operating scissors. Victorinox makes phenomenal scissors. Now, as much as I love these, well, hold on one second. Let me backtrack. One thing that you do not get by getting the walnut wooden scales is the scale tools of the tweezer and the tweezer. Well, I guess that's a bad example. That one doesn't have them. And almost all Swiss Army knives, almost all, not all, you get the scale tools of the tweezer and the toothpick. You do not get those with the walnut version. Okay, now let's get to the criticism. There is one tool that they could have included with this that would have made it perfect, that they did not include. And I'll show you what that is, because I use it a lot. On my keychain, I carry this Midnight Mini Champ, which is a really awesome multi-tool 58mm knife. I really love carrying this on my keychain. But let me get to the criticism of the nail clip. The criticism is, in this Midnight Mini Champ, you have this tool, which is a cuticle pusher. And I have issues with my cuticles, I always have. So cuticle pusher is a perfect tool for pushing back the skin on your cuticles so they don't crack and you get hangnails and all those different weird things, or just the little splits you get. Why they wouldn't have chose to include that with the 580, I do not know. It is the perfect cuticle pusher, which would be the perfect addition to a nail maintenance tool. I would have gladly given up the blade, which I don't use on my fingernails, and I might have been willing to sacrifice the scissors, although the scissors are still good for maybe your smaller nails doing little fine work, but I would have definitely given up the small knife for the cuticle pusher. So Victorinox, I don't think they ever go back and change a design. They just make a new design and call it a different name. That's part of the fun and collectability of Victorinox Swiss Army knives. But I wish they would have included that cuticle tool. Anyway, I figured as awesome as this little guy was, it was worth going back and revisiting. So if you're in the market for a nail maintenance tool, maybe something to take with you on a backpacking trip or just to have in your bathroom, the Victorinox Nailclip 580 is an awesome little tool. So that's it. Make sure you like and subscribe if you're into this type of stuff, and until next time, later.